Good morning, Zio here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so right now. Because I said so. That's it. That's the only reason you get. Just do it. Alright? Like the video, share it, you know, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment down below about what you think about everything that we're about to talk about. And you know what? Let's just get into it, shall we? Who have we not talked about in a while? Bethesda. That's who. So I think we are going to talk about Bethesda today. But it's been a while since Bethesda has really screwed up something, right? And this is kind of a hilarious screw up. I mean, come on, Bethesda. How in the world do you manage this? Now, if you don't know what de novo is DRM. It's anti-piracy software. It's horrible. People hate it. It eats up a bunch of, well, your resources on your computer, and everybody hates it. Anyway, we wish they'd get rid of it, to be totally honest. And in a way, they kind of did. It's weird. Like, I don't know what to say about this. I'm dumbfounded. It's like somebody had to try really, really hard to hide this into a thing so it could be sent out onto market and people would buy it, and then they would find it and then go, oh, here's a DRM free version. And then it immediately hits all the piracy sites and everything else, and nobody has to break the code. Nobody has to make a crack because it's already been done for them. It's like the easiest. Wow. Really? Like, seriously, I'm still stunned by this. Anyway, yeah, Bethesda accidentally left a de novo free executable in Doom Eternal's files. So apparently on the Steam and Bethesda's own launcher, Doom Eternal launched with de novo DRM built in to disengage or discourage piracy. Unfortunately, Bethesda Doom Eternal had DRM free .exe left among the files of the versions released on its in-house launcher. It is just wow. How do you mess that up? Look, I get what things like de novo are for, right? It's to discourage piracy. However, pirates will eventually break said piracy measure, or anti-piracy measures. They do it all the dang time, and then it may take them a week, it may take them a few months, but eventually there's a good chance it's gonna have its pirated version somewhere out there at some point in time. Pirates are going to pirate regardless. When it comes to a lot of these DRM functions, they run in the background. They make, especially when you put them in like single player games that don't really have a multiplayer component or something, it just feels like an overreach in a way, because it's constantly having to access the internet, to access a server, and all this other stuff to claim that it's real, to claim that it's the real thing, which makes it real pain in the tail to play it offline, or to play it single player or whatever, even though it's a single player title. When you got something like de novo, which isn't very like invasive or anything, it eats up hardware, or it eats up a lot of memory and other things, and just sort of chunk stuff. But there's really no point. I guess the point I'm making is there's no point to DRM that much anymore. Look, pirates are going to pirate regardless. People who want to buy the game are going to buy the game. In my opinion, I don't think DRM means anything anymore. For the most part, people are going to crack it. They're going to play it regardless on a single player mode, as much as they want. If you want to throw in a thing where they've got to make like a special account or something, that's one thing. We saw this when they threw out or re-released the original Dooms, where it was wanting you to log into Bethesda.net for some odd reason, and then kept dropping you from Bethesda.net, so prompting you to re-log in the middle of gameplay, and it was honestly really, really horrible for an old game to be doing something like that, because you can get that in 15,000 different locations all over the place free without having to re-buy it. It's not necessary, to be honest. But anyway, where was this thing hidden? Where was this hidden gem located in the files? Let's take a look. So if you open the main game file, you'll notice a 369 meg de novo Doom Eternal times 64 vk.exe. That is going to be your pirate or your DRM version of the game. I mean, look how much space de novo itself takes. 369 when 76 megs is the actual game, it's executable itself, right? But on Reddit, however, under Doom Eternal / or / whatever original, you'll find a smaller 67 megabyte .exe with the same name. You just copy that into the main folder, overwrite the Lenovo version, and other users have confirmed that it seems to be working. It seems to be a straight up free game, straight up, actual game. And a forum thread on Reset Error has a screenshot of the folder with a smaller executable. Bethesda has since updated the Bethesda.net version of the game to remove the DRM free, but the internet, it's way too late for that. The unprotected.exe has already made its way to piracy circuits, and wow. So it's not the first time they've done it too. Apparently they did it with Rage too. That was like last year, right? How do you make the same mistake you made last year this year again? Anyway, now see, when it comes to it, there have been other companies who have fought pirates different ways, and I like the more creative versions, right? Like Game Dev Tycoon, right? Instead of they went ahead and they released their own game onto piracy sites and everything, right? They distributed it out there for everybody to have. However, if you got the pirated version after so long, eventually your company starts to tank. Doesn't matter how well you're doing, how good you're doing, eventually you'll start getting prompts that people have been pirating your game until the point that you're no longer making profits, you're in the red, and you get a game over. That's kind of funny. It's cool and funny in the same way. The Sims, I think it was The Sims, did one where everything is pixelated. Like when the sim changes or something, you get the little pixels when they use the bathroom or whatnot. The entire game would pixelate on you out of nowhere and stay that way forever because you pirated the game. There have been other ways that companies have fought piracy in a lot of creative and funny ways. I just really hate DRM, to be totally honest. Yeah, but I find this really hilarious. So over here on Reddit, you've got, guys, I think I cracked Doom Eternal. Seriously. But apparently it goes through explaining the whole process we just read. And Reset Error. Yeah, I'm over here because they've got a picture for us to look at that's worth looking at. But yeah, you can see right here where we've got, the pathway to Doom Eternal right here through the Bethesda.net launcher. Bethesda.net. Do we even need that? No, we don't. Leave it on Steam. Anyway, you can go ahead and you can look here. You've got the Doom Eternal 369, 127 kilobytes. And then down here in the Doom Eternal Original, which you can see up here at the top here, original folder, you have the DRM free version of the game. Oh gosh, Bethesda. Like, seriously. Okay, so here's my thought. Somebody at Bethesda is really pissed at how Bethesda has handled things like Fallout 76, right? And they purposely threw it in there and did a whoopsie, and forgot that they did it like right before they finalized everything and launched it to the world. Like, had to have been like minutes beforehand or something. I don't know. And just was like, oops, or just put it in there and hope nobody would notice when they were doing their final checks, or during the final checks they just went ahead and they did it. Maybe that's what happened, because I don't think there is no way Bethesda is doing this twice in a row purposely. I mean, accidentally, unless somebody is purposely doing it, because they've done it for Rage 2 last year, and now they're doing it for Doom Eternal, right? Which leads me to believe maybe they have a disgruntled employee who's doing it on purpose, getting it out there. So if you're into, selling the high seas, out there for you, just waiting for you to pick the fruit and take it home with you. Anyway, if you're not, go buy the game, support the developers, all that good jazz. Regardless of what other things they do, I hear Doom Eternal is an amazing game. Of course, I don't know when I'm going to get around to buying it, unless it goes on sale anytime soon, because that's just the nature of life. I don't make money to buy things anymore. Yeah. Anyway, not unless y'all want to donate to me. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.